Going to Australia, the place I had been longing to go to for nearly my entire life, became a reality last summer when I gained the opportunity to complete my high-impact practice through an internship. Through this internship abroad, I learned many things about myself and the world around me. Through this series of photos, I will express 3 main ways that I grew socially and emotionally. Within my time in Australia, I built more independence than I would have in the United States. I gained self-confidence through the various activities I set up for myself, and I developed a self-awareness for the things that I have often taken for granted. I've been telling myself for almost a year now that I want to move to Australia, but there are certain things that I need to stay here for before I can go. This first picture is of myself and my dad's dog Kato, the sweet, loving lump of fur that makes going back home to Colorado even better than it already is. Leaving the States would mean leaving my dad and Kato, along with Jerry the cat, who is not in this picture but is important nonetheless. I will never know how long they have on this earth, and through developing self-awareness, I have realized that I need to cherish the moments I have with them before they're gone. This next photo is of similar importance. My little baby Peanut. We got her when I was just 12 years old. I had just turned 12 and I was struggling with depression, and my parents thought it would be a good idea to adopt a puppy. This decision turned out to be one of the best decisions we have ever made, and I have learned and grown alongside my puppy. This is another thing I would be leaving behind if I were to hastily move to Australia. Through my newfound self-awareness, I have decided that I need to wait for her to pass before I can build a life of my own. This girl has been my entire life, and if I'm going to build a life outside of the States, then I need to have grieved the loss of her. After all, how can I just leave everything behind? Next, I have a photo of my house in Colorado. This is the house that I grew up in, the house that I have experienced so much in. Along with this house comes my dad. We didn't have the best relationship when I was a kid, but throughout the years we have both grown and have learned to be better people. This house represents my journey through my childhood and how I have become more aware that I must be ready to fly before I jump. These 3 photos show how much self-awareness I have developed during my time in Australia. Walking on the right side of the sidewalk or any other footpath has been ingrained into my brain for as long as I can remember. As many people know, most people walk on the left side in Australia. I had to retrain my brain to always be on the left side of everything, which was a task in itself. This photo represents what was pictured in my mind every time I went outside. Through the task of retraining myself to walk on the left side, I have gained self-confidence in my ability to learn new things. I have ingrained the left side walking habit into my brain so much that I have trouble staying on the right side of the street here in America. However, because I know that I can retrain my brain, I am confident that I will be able to retrain my brain again. Getting from place to place in Australia can be a little daunting. However, I learned how to get myself where I needed to go through the public transport system. Since I didn't have a car, nor did I even want to drive in Australia, I had to rely on trains, buses, and trolleys to get around. As time flew by, going to work and back home there, I gained even more confidence in terms of getting around. I'm not afraid to go on little adventures because of my time in Australia. It has also made me more independent in that I rarely had to ask for help while I was there. Unfortunately, this picture didn't turn out how I hoped it would in terms of quality, but you can still see a bus in the photo. This symbolizes my newfound independence and confidence from my time in Australia. Finally, I have a picture of the Fashion Valley AMC Theater here in San Diego. While in Australia, I tried to get along with the other students who were in the program. However, due to clashing personalities, I found myself alone a lot of the time. I wasn't invited to things that the whole group was doing, and I felt sad for quite some time because I didn't fit in. I took this sadness and turned it into independence. I started going to the movies by myself, and I learned that I don't need to constantly be with other people in order to have fun. Every week, I went by myself to an awesome cat cafe where I could watch a movie in a room with a bunch of cats. I gained the confidence to do things by myself, and I am much happier now that I know it's okay to do that. I used to only want to go to the movies with friends and family, but now I prefer going alone. It's important to have alone time. My time in Australia taught me that I have importance in this world. It taught me that I have the ability to do what I want to do and to be patient. I have transformed myself into a more confident, independent, and self-aware individual, and as my journey continues, these attributes will only grow. I can't wait to see what life will bring me next.